Howdy do, all my beautiful people out there. Welcome to the very first episode of Air It Out, brought to you by Haptaku. We want to highlight some of the wonderful people in this space and give them a chance to speak to themselves. Just have an all-around conversation where shit goes great. It's gonna be a fun time. And who better for the first episode than the genius that is Black Anime Podcast? Talk to him, bro. Like, you see it. Look at the hoodie.
Gang, gang. Oh, what's good, man? It's Ash Beard Guy here, coming to you live and direct from South London, United Kingdom. And I am the founder, CEO, street team, social media officer of Black Anime Podcast, the internet's premier destination for anime and manga podcasts by Black creators.
Hey, I'm gonna do you one better. This nigga Ash is the podfather of all podcasts in this anime space, bro. Like, y'all gotta put some respect on my boy name right now, G. Like, your shit wasn't really that great until he got in on it. Know that.
Hey, yo, calm down, because my ego's gonna go into the stratosphere still. I can't even lie to you still, man. That's crazy.
Hey, bro, like, the name of the game, we here to give you every single bit of the flowers that you deserve. But before we get into giving you your flowers, I want to ask you a really quick question. I want to give you a chance to air it out right now. Let me know something that's been on your mind, something you want to speak to the fans. Let's start a discussion about something. The space is yours.
Oh boy. All right, cool. So I'm just gonna go straight in there, straight in. Our Black anime fandom's fascination with shonen battle anime. Please, I'm sick of it. I've had enough. Every single time, even in the Twitter anime community, I run Black Anime Twitter. Every single post is one of them. I mean, I don't mind the big three, but every single post is shonen. It's only recently that some mecha fans have managed to infiltrate their way in, and I've had a little bit of discourse with them. But every single goddamn post is shonen battle anime. Why? I'm not saying I don't like shonen battle anime. I'm just saying, watch other stuff. Watch shoujo. Get you a man of multitudes. I watch shoujo, I watch mecha, I watch isekai. Sometimes, you know, when I want to like hurt myself. But yeah, just multitudes, man. Multitudes. Variety is the spice of life.
I'm glad you mentioned that, G, because like I've also noticed that shift in mech anime popping up. I've seen people start to watch things like G Gundam. I've seen people start to watch things like let's see. Would you categorize Neon Genesis as mech?
Neon Genesis Evangelion is definitely mecha anime. I mean, the mecha are biological in nature, but it's definitely a mecha show, 110%.
Right, like people starting to get onto that, and I'm appreciative of the fact that it's getting the burn that it deserves, but I need my niggas to talk about shit like Full Metal Panic, bro. Like, I need my niggas to talk about
man just said Full Metal Panic. Thank you. I love Full Metal Panic.
That shit was gas, right?
Well. That shit is so gas, man.
I haven't actually read the manga. Like, how does it stand in comparison to the anime?
So in basically, Full Metal Panic was originally a light novel. The anime adapts up to, so Invisible Victory, the 2018 series adapts up to like volume 9 of the light novels, and then obviously the light novels were completed, and there was a manga adaptation that ran alongside the light novels. There's Full Metal Panic, and then Full Metal Panic Sigma is the second part of the manga. And then I basically, after Invisible Victory concluded, I basically read the rest of Full Metal Panic Sigma, the manga, just to finish off the story. But the ending is fantastic. I'm not going to ruin it for. Nobody really f's with Full Metal Panic like that. But yeah, like the manga is incredible. I should probably read the light novels at some point, but I mean, the mangas are basically a full adaptation of the light novels anyway, so there's not really any need for me to. But yeah, no, it's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Man like Bill Fangan Cluso is my favorite character from Full Metal Panic. I actually have the M9D Falk, his a model kit of his suit somewhere in my room somewhere.
When you get the chance, can you post that, please? Because niggas definitely want to see that. And I need to. Yeah. I'm starting that Full Metal agenda, bro. Like, when we talk about mech anime, like Full Metal Panic needs to be one of the ones on the forefront. And like, I remember years ago watching it. This was when it was coming on. We had like Comcast over on our side.
Yeah, cable. Yeah.
Yeah, like on demand, you get like your set of anime on a monthly basis or so. Full Metal Panic was one of those that popped up, and at that point, I'm like, nah, son. Like, just the dynamic between, I felt like the romance in it was so like it was so wacky, but so what's the word I'm looking for? It was wacky, but it was perfect because it felt like it didn't take it too seriously. And
Yeah.
I like my anime and I like my manga to have that sense of it. Like I need that comedic factor to it just as much as it, it needs to be serious. And it was a great story too, regardless of the fact.
100%. Yeah, one of the pieces of anime merch I need to get my hands on is a Mithril hoodie or t-shirt at some point. I don't have that in my locker at the moment, but I need to cop that still. It's on my list.
Hey, bro. The beauty of it is that you yourself have the capability of making that shit yourself, even if you wanted to, which is my next point. Hey, bro, which is to my next point. That hoodie you got on. Tell me more about what you got going on with that.
So this hoodie is part of a capsule drop, so like a limited time drop. Well, it might be permanent, depends on how it feels. Called Mobile Suit OG. Obviously, it's inspired by the Mobile Suit Gundam franchise and my love of it. The front print is based on the English language logo for the 79 Gundam series, and the back print, which we will put a picture in the notes or something like that, is an Afro version of Haro. Obviously, I called Mobile Suit OG and doesn't explicitly mention the word Gundam because I don't want Sunrise to sue me.
That's a fact.
But niggas ain't got money to fight a case like that. But it is what it is. But no, I've loved Gundam. I've been in love with Gundam ever since Gundam Wing started airing on Toonami back in the early 2000s, or CNX as the case was over here. And it's just my love. It's just my 20 plus year love affair with Gundam condensed into one piece of clothing, or a range of clothing, to be perfectly honest. You and Tammy have got yours coming on the way. You'll get yours very soon.
Yes, sir.
So yeah,
when I get it,
if anybody wants to,
that motherfucker.
You saw me model mine already, man. I had to I designed my own shit and I model my own shit as well. I do want to direct a shoot with some people. There's some people in the UK that I've got some. So obviously, I'm on this photography thing. So I want to direct a shoot with some models as well. Not like a look, kind of like a look.
And that, so 2 points really quickly to that. One, the fact that you was modeling it, I caught you how you hit that one pose up where you was looking up like the beard just glistening in the light with the hoodie.
That's my signature.
That's your signature?
That's my signature.
Nah, bro, I get it. Like you look off into the distance, like it's like a bask in my glory, Marvel me right now. That type of...
My face card's never getting declined anytime soon, innit? So
that's a fact, Jack. My thing is, so to the photography aspect that you just spoke about, where can people find that from you? So
my photography is on Twitter, more so on Instagram. That's at Ashton Zala. So that's ASHTON and then ZALA. And that character, that Zala bit is actually taken from a character from Gundam Seed whose name is Afron Zala, which sounds similar to my own name. But Ashton is actually my first name, my actual first name.
Yo, I fuck with how you put that into the actual words. Wow. I fuck with how you actually like blended that together using the Gundam Seed reference into your name itself and made it its own brand. Yeah. That's my favorite bit of when we talk about branding people, like people putting their own twist on a lot of these anime that they've been into since like Sands of Time. I'm gonna make sure like in this actual video itself, people are gonna be able to see and look at the actual tagline of the username that you have. So we'll poster all of that. So you good there.
I'm just gonna say Ashton Zala is the name that I use like professionally for everything. But like in terms of social media accounts, it's the name I use specifically just for my photography. It's not, I don't have to reveal my government name, and it's relatively professional sounding, whereas all the graphic design stuff, all the anime related stuff is obviously Ash Beard Guy. Still Ashton Zala, the name on both accounts, but that's just Ash Beard Guy, just to kind of separate it, so that if like somebody stumbles upon any random Joe stumbles upon my photography profile or whatever, they'll see that it's relatively professional as opposed to like all the memes and all the memes and stuff they find on my main account still.
I was just about to get into that. So Ash Beard Guy is going to be the place where we house all the photoshops that you be doing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yo, you might be one of the goated ones in this Photoshop scene that I'm seeing on the timeline. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Geez.
Your shits are fucking hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, just to like not brag or whatever, but you know the Jada Kiss Killer Cam meme that everybody was retweeting last year? I made that.
You did that?
Yeah. You should know. You should know. But yeah, the one that 50 Cent retweeted, I was in Complex.
Yeah.
Hot Wire, all that stuff. That was me. Yeah.
Yo, I didn't realize. So I remember that meme going up, and I remember Complex retweeting that and everything being a big deal. I didn't realize that you were the one who actually came up with that shit.
Yeah, I made that, and then I got into some like I got in some argument with like the realest podcast ever or whatever they're called. Some two dudes out of Philly or whatever, two street dudes out of Philly or whatever. And then they used it and cropped out my logo, and I was like, "Give me credit," and they were like, "Nah, f you." So I bought their domain.
Nasty.
I bought their domain. So I bought even nastier work. I bought their domains.
You bought their domain?
Yeah, they're like official TRP. So I bought the realestpodcastever.com and TRPofficial.com or something like that.
Yo,
on GoDaddy. Yeah,
that level of pettiness I aspire to achieve, bro. I told you, bro, you really be fathering that shit out here. That level of petty is something that I'm trying to get on. So I appreciate you.
I'm not usually like that, but I was particularly annoyed by that because I'm one of those people that when somebody does work or something, or if I create some sort of creative work, give me my due instead of just dismissing it as, oh, he makes memes or whatever. Like, give me my due. I'm not usually petty, not at all. That's not within my nature, but I was particularly annoyed. I was exceptionally perturbed, let's put it that way.
As you should be in that state, like, especially as a creator, the amount of time and amount of effort we have to put into a lot of the work that we show, like, you want to make sure that we get the credit that we deserve, because it's like if we're to make a living off of this and to continue to provide this to you, the least you can do is trace it back to us. Give us that the flowers that we deserve in that front. I
don't even need money. I mean, like, for example, when I made that Jada Kiss meme, somebody wanted to make t-shirts out of it, so they gave me an $100 payment, and I think I wasn't really like looking for money, so I just said give me 10% of each shirt. So that meme got me quite a decent amount of money. So yeah, bought me Pokemon Sword and Shield and the expansion pack. No word of a lie.
Yo, are you ready for Violet and Scarlet?
Yeah, I'm about to. I'm gonna cop. I'm gonna cop definitely 100%. I'm gonna cop both of them still.
Bruh, I seen that new me and Tammy were talking about it. The new I don't know if it's a legendary or not, but the Pokemon that looked like a Mega Man character with the two swords on his arm.
I don't know if it's a legendary, but it's two different Pokemon. One's
it's two
Ghost, one's Ghost Fire, and I think the other one's Psychic Fire.
Yo, them shits is crispy than a bitch. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro.
Hey,
like, I need
super
that.
duper crispy.
I need
they
that.
Look similar to they kind of look similar to Gallade, man. Maybe they'll tie them together or something.
You know, you make a good point with Gallade, actually. Like, now that I'm thinking about it, I guess it's the stance, or maybe just like the structure of them. I can see that.
But yeah, Gallade is one of my favorite Pokemon. Like, it's up there. It's definitely up there.
Hey, bro, if you could have a six of Pokemon right now, like, who would be in your on your belt? Like, who would be the six you carried in your party?
I battle competitively, so I would try and think about it like that to like cover weaknesses. But if we're not talking competitively, Swampert is number one, and that's the one that Mega evolves, because Swampert is my favorite Pokemon of all time.
I remember you saying that.
Dragon type Salamence as the dragon. Legendaries like Charizard.
It's okay.
I was gonna say Charizard, but Charizard can't Mega Evolve. Give me a Charizard, but like let it Gigantamax. So I'll take Charizard. I need a ground type. I need at least one ground type. I'll come. Oh no, Swampert's ground type. So Swampert, that's ground type covered.
Swampert got mud shot.
Yeah. Corviknight maybe for the flying type. Corviknight or Skarmory. Trying to think of an electric type. I kind of like Manectric, even though it's terrible. Actually, no, Luxray. I'll take Luxray.
Luxray. I was about to say.
Let me get a Luxray, and then let me get. You done?
I was gonna say Manectric when they first came out. I remember when Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald came out. They gave us Manectric, and I was like, "Yo, this is a really cool type. I like the electric dog aspect." But I remember consistently getting washed by him. Like,
yeah, its stats are terrible.
Terrible.
And then I said, what do I want? Have I got a grass type? No. Let me take Sceptile. I know it's a starter again, but yeah.
Hey, bro, you can't be real. Like, this is your 6. You can pick whichever ones you want.
Yeah,
So
those are the 6.
I fuck with that. Like, if I had to run through a really quick 6 myself, I'm going, and mine is, I don't even really think about the competitive aspect of it. I'm thinking more so like just lifestyle. Like, if I had to live with them, I'm picking a war turtle. Just off the strength of war turtle being one of my favorites. Slowpoke, Slowpoke would be in my 2. I'm picking a Zatu because that nigga knows the future sight, if I'm not mistaken. Running the lottery up. Running the lottery up, bro. Out of here.
Gang.
Last 3, you gotta have a flying type. I'm going maybe Tropius.
Zatu is a flying type though.
Yeah, but like picture me flying on top of a Zatu.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, I'm damn near 300.
Tropius, I hear that. Yeah.
A Lapras. Definitely a Lapras, bro. You riding the blue sea with that motherfucker? Like, yes.
Yeah.
And number 6, I'm gonna probably just have to go just off the strength of like the design aspect. Lucario.
Okay, nice. Ooh, do you know what? Now I'm thinking Latias or Latios would have been a dope. An Acre Mega Evolve as well, wouldn't it? Latias or Latios would have been dope to have, but it's fine. I'll take Corviknight. Corviknight's dope, man.
So we talking about like Gundam, we talking about Pokemon and shit that you into. What's some shit that like has come across your plate? You like, I will never play or watch this shit again. Absolutely garbage.
Absolute garbage. I like anime wise. There's an anime called Cosplay Complex that is terrible.
Wow.
Like really, really bad. It's an OVA from like the early 2000s. It's like super ecchi and it's not good. What else? Probably Gundam Build Divers, the first Build Divers series. So it goes Build Fighters Tribe, Build Divers. It's not bad, but it's very, very mediocre. And I'd rather take something that's bad. I prefer something that's bad over something that's mediocre. Because at least if it's bad, it's just bad. But mediocrity is just like, you're not even trying, bro.
Like, bro, you could be so much better and you weren't, and that shit kills me inside right now. That shit
it's just
sucks.
like man's just here, in it. Man's just showing up, in it. Like man's not even doing nothing. Man's just showing up. I'm just here in it for the paycheck. It's just like, allow that, man.
My thing is like, so between that, when I think about just and I like that you sprung it back to mech, good versus bad mech. A lot of people don't like Zoids, but the initial original series, I felt like could have been something amazing, but I think just the storyline of it really just needed a lot more tweaking per se.
I'm trying to remember, is the original series Chaotic Century? Because Zoid's Chaotic Century was kind of decent still, from what I remember. Or Chaotic Century might be the second season. But
I think that was the second.
Zoids was like, I think a lot of people prefer like don't really fuck with Zoids because they're not really anthropomorphized. I mean, mecha fans definitely mess with Zoids for sure, but like non-mecha fans, because they're not anthropomorphized, they're not human-like. I think that's part of the reason why a lot of people don't mess with Zoids. Personally, anyway, that's just what I think. Zoids is cool though. I don't have any of the model kits or the toys, but it's definitely like on my list. But you know, like model stuff be expensive nowadays, man. So
that's a fact. I had a Liger Zero back when I was younger coming up. That was like probably my first mech toy. And it was the one where you wind it up and then it starts moving on its own a little bit. Like, do you remember your first mech toy that you ever got?
Yes, I do. So, well, the first mecha toy I ever owned, not the first model kit, but the first mecha toy I owned was the Ninja Mega Sword from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 3. I actually still have it. I don't have the box, but I do still have it, and it's still intact.
Nice.
So the Ninja Megazord, I got that in '95 when I was 3, I believe. But the first Gundam model kit I had was a 1144, I believe, no grade. 1144 no grade Buster Gundam from Gundam Seed.
Oh, from Seed?
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. Like, so for me personally, when I'm like learning about the actual model kits, I'm not too privy to how to go about navigating it. The 1144 obviously is just a scale. Just a lot of different things.
Gundam grades. Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna let me give you a little crash course.
Please learn me something.
So long story short, so the number, the fractional number at the beginning is obviously the size of the kit. So a real Gundam is 144 times the model kit. So obviously, you at 1/144 scale, you have three primary grades. You have entry grade, which are like the most basic kits. You usually don't need nippers or special tools to put them together. The new entry grade lineup, which started in 2020, is actually really good. Doesn't use polycaps. The color separation is amazing, better than some of the high grade kits. And then that's when we come into the next grade. High grade is basically the do it all grade. Like most model kits from a series will get released in high grade. Decent articulation. They use polycaps, so like little plastic ball things on the end of the joints for articulation. Although some of the more modern kits don't really tend to use polycaps because the technology's gone up. And the technology's improved significantly. And then you've got real grade, which are like the next grade I'm going to go on to at 1/100 scale, master grade, but shrunk down. So like high detail, inner frame usually, which is like an inner frame that you build the armor onto.
Yeah.
Amazing articulation, no polycaps. Real grade is amazing. Once you become more advanced, get into real grade. But for now, high grade is dope. And then we come onto the 1/100 scale. So you've got master grade, which is the primary grade, inner frame, build the armor onto, beautiful detail, amazing scale, obviously bigger than high grades. Often come with decals, either sticker style dry transfer decals or water slide decals, which you use water to apply. Master grades are amazing. And then you've got 1/100 no grade kits, which are like bigger HGs. And then the 1/100 scale gets a little bit more confusing. Then you've got Reborn 100, which is kind of like, again, like bigger HGs. And then you've got the full mechanics kits, which are kind of similar to HGs, but somewhere in between a HG and a master grade. And then you've got 1/60th scale. And at 1/60th scale, you've got perfect grade. And now perfect grade are the, considering the name, are the best of the best kits.
The premier ones.
Usually no stickers. They're huge, really complex builds, can take up to a day to build. Like often have light gimmicks, that kind of like built-in LED lights, amazing articulation, amazing weapons, that kind of stuff. You don't need to paint them. Usually look nice, straight built, or whatever. Although obviously most Gunpla builders do paint them. Because that's the kind of experienced people that will be building perfect grades. So yeah, that's a crash course on the Gunpla grades that are out there. Obviously, there's other lines. There's like SD and stuff, but that's just the main lines.
Like as you ran me through this just now, as I'm thinking about it, like a lot of this stuff, I can see why people get into it. I guess it's more so about the actual build of it, getting to that finalized stage where it's completed.
Yeah, of course.
The journey along. Because as I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I always wonder why people are really so enthralled by like the process. It seems like it's a lot, but that's probably the most bonding aspect of it. It's the skill, the thrill of getting to the completion. Have you gotten to a perfect?
Have I gotten to?
Have you gotten a perfect grade yourself yet, or is that like something on?
No. So me personally, I've seen perfect grades built. I have built a perfect grade or helped someone to build a perfect grade. But for me, I my favorite scale, because I got big hands, my favorite scale is the 1/144 scale kits, so the smaller ones.
Yeah.
And I like, because my hands, I like being dexterous and building them and sometimes panel lining them and stuff. So I mostly build. So I used to like building SDs. Now I mostly build SD kits. Now I mostly build entry grade. First grade is something else, don't worry. So now I mostly build entry grade and HG kits, and I've got a couple RG kits that the RG God Gundam just came out, so I'll be getting that soon. And I've got the RG Wing Gundam Endless Waltz version, which will be the next kit that I build. So I'm going to build a real grade soon. But I'm good enough in terms of my building skills to be building real grades. I've kind of just like, because I got back into Gunpla like not that long ago, maybe just before the pandemic. So I've started just ramping back up my skills again. But yeah, I know I saw you go ooh when I mentioned SD kits. SD kits are a whole different. That's like, I could talk about that again. That's a whole different, because they kind of have their own lines or whatever. But yeah, that's just a crash course in Gunpla. Sorry, I took like a while. But,
Nah, like I'm a like because that leads into the point of what I wanted to get to.
Mm.
This seems like something that you get go really in depth with on Giant Shooty Robo. Could you speak to
Uh,
that?
so in terms of Giant Shooty Robo, which is uh, the podcast, the only podcast that's all Mecca all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Rated M for Mecca. That's actually me doing that voice.
Yeah.
Just my voice pitched down octaves, a few octaves. But yeah, Giant Shooty Robo is a passion project that I do with my guy Sentai Five. And it's a podcast that's about the Gundam franchise. That's in love with the Gundam franchise, super robots, and everything in between. We do talk about Gunpla on Giant Shooty Robo. The plan was to have a separate show called Tiny Shooty Robots. So obviously you got
Mm.
Giant Shooty Robots about the anime and stuff, because Giant Shooty Robots is specifically a mecha
Anime.
anime podcast. And then I wanted to have Tiny Shooty Robots about the plastic models and stuff. And then obviously there's GSR Gaiden or Giant Shooty Robots Gaiden, which is about could be about other anime, could be about tokusatsu, could be about anime music, all
Yeah.
manner of stuff. But I haven't put out an episode of Giant Shooty Robots since March because I've been so busy running Black Anime Podcasts. But I need to work out how to reprioritize my time so that there is time in my schedule to, as a creative, to release an episode of Giant Shooty Robots at least once a month. I need to get back to that place. I will be there soon, and I do hope that our fans will be, because we do have quite a sizable fan base. I do hope that our fans will be patient with us. Obviously, Sentai 5 has also been getting his graduate degree as well. So he's been
Congrats
in
to
grad
him.
school, and I think he's graduated now. He should have graduated now. So yeah, congrats to him.
Yo, congrats to him. Shit. Okay. Like, yeah, and to your point, what you said, you definitely do got a sizable fan base, because I definitely seen that when we first really started interacting with each other, seeing just the support that you give us, which I wanted to go in this space too again, and thank you ever so much for even
Oh
doing
boy.
that for us. Nah, I'm gonna do it. We're gonna give you your flowers in this motherfucker. Nah. But no, thank you though, seriously, because you didn't have to do what you did, but it really only just helped us be able to get to this space now. So we always want to make sure we pay it forward. So
No, I hear that. I mean, I don't feel like I've done that much work to help you other than just like retweeting stuff. Um, I that's all that's all I say. I mean, I've posted your stuff and all that, and I've shared it, but I don't really feel like, I mean, I've done more than that, but like, you don't need to go into that or whatever.
yeah.
But it's just like, yeah, man, it's just like, I really appreciate what you do. I really appreciate what you and Tammy do, and I'll bring into the anime and manga space for black folks and Asian folks. I really do, because our voices are often not heard in anime fandom spaces, and really and truthfully, you're helping our voices reach the clouds.
Yo, look at how you did that, man. The name of the game is the same, bro.
Smooth,
We want to
innit?
make sure
Smooth.
everybody. Yo, this ain't your first rodeo. The name of the game is the same, bro. Make sure you keep your head in the clouds. I appreciate you like even taking the time to come on this space and have this interview with us. I want to make sure I give you a space to let us know like just what's coming next for Black Anime Podcast, for Giant Shooty Robots. What's on the horizon that you can actually speak to?
So, am I allowed to speak about the influencer hub?
Oh, that motherfucker already dropped. You good?
Oh, okay, cool. And am I allowed to speak about the deal, like what you're helping me with, or who you put me in contact with?
That's a really good question, Tammy. I'm looking on the side. I see you throw your thumbs up. Do it one more time. Yeah, thumbs up. Shoot.
Okay, cool. So, what I just want to speak about first of all is how effective Hubtaku are just as a company. So the work that Hubtaku primarily does is to help marginalized creators, especially in anime and manga fandom spaces, can also be gaming as well, reach their potential and put them in contact with brands and form tangible connections with brands that are already in this arena. So what Hubtaku have done for me and what Tammy has done for me, and just to speak to their effectiveness and just how amazing they are in what they do, is they've managed to put me in contact with Bandai. Obviously, the makers of Gunpla and the owners of the Mobile Suit Gundam franchise. So yeah, I just want to thank them first of all, and just say absolutely how amazing Tammy and Barney are, not just as business partners, but how incredible they are as human beings and friends as well. To be perfectly honest.
I was about to say we friends now. I hope you know that, bro. No take
Oh yeah,
backs.
110%. No takebacks.
Listen, I'm about to cut a real quick rant. Listen, niggas like Black Anime Podcast deserve every bit of the praise and respect that they get. Bandai, that connection that's going to be coming and everything that comes into play with them, the elevation that's going to come after that is going to be magnificent. We're speaking this into existence. We're putting this on the forefront and letting you know now. Get in line with Hub Taku now, bro. Like, we got the influencer hub out and about that Tammy put ever so much effort into. Let's make this shit work for you so that you can go make shit work for yourself. Like, this is the place that you want to go to get all the tools, the resources, everything under the sun to make your brand the best that you can be. So by all means, continue to link up with us. Continue to make sure that everything is straight and in a good line. We're here for you. Let us be here for you. Let
I
us
mean,
cloud all the bullshit away from you.
Hubtaku, the very definition of like impact over numbers, and then the numbers that you achieve after they've helped you will then show the impact. So yeah, Hubtaku are they're the guys, man. They really, really are the guys out there, and they really will help you take your brand to another level. Now, that's not just me. Like, I haven't been paid to say this. Like, they're my guys, in it, and they're my friends. But like, I wouldn't be working with them if they didn't like actually like have like serious talent, drive, determination, and results behind what they do. So yeah, I'm not one
Hey,
to suffer fools gladly. You know that, innit? So yeah,
and that doesn't happen without people like Black Anime Podcast coming up to us and saying, "Hey, let's get this shit going and let's get this shit working." So thank you. Thank you again.
100%, 100%. Like, it's funny, like the story of how we even got in contact is like I wanted I think you did the anime lyrical theme song or something, like you rapped
Yep.
it, and then I got in contact with you because I wanted the tune or whatever in it, because like I wanted it. I was just like, this shit's sick, man. And then obviously you were with them at the time. You're not with them anymore. You're not part of that group anymore. And then obviously Tammy must have found out who I was or whatever, realized who I was, and then got in contact with me. And then
And
that's
then look
kind of
at
like how, and then
bro,
look
look
at how
at
it's blossomed now.
and who would have thought? And who would have thought, bro? Listen, if you ever need anything music related on that front, by all means, bro, I'm here. You got my number clearly. Like, bro, let's get some shit going.
100%, man. I mean, I used to make music myself, but that's a different discussion for a different day.
That's a fact, man. Look, I'm gonna close this one on out. I want to give you the last bit of words for you to plug any other your brands, your socials and everything. Feel free to shoot right now.
So this is gonna be. I'll try not to make it too long. So, in terms of my main account, let's just say Black Anime Podcasts, the internet's premier destination for manga and anime podcasts by Black creators. There is now some 217 podcasts on the website. On all socials, that's at Black Anime Pods. At Black Anime Pods. Myself, the man behind Black Anime Podcasts, founder, street team, social media officer, etc. That's at Ashbeard Guy. For my photography, snap, that's at Ashton Zala across all socials. And then for my podcast, Giant Shooty Robots, the podcast that's all mecha all the time about the Gundam franchise and super robots and everything in between, with my co-host Sentai 5. That's on Twitter at Giant Shooty Robo, no TS at the end. And then all other socials at Giant Shooty Robots.
Thank you so much for that. And for us over here at the Blue Brand, you can find us on all platforms at Hubtaku. That is HBTKU. Again, on all platforms, Hubtaku is HBTKU. You see it up top, you see it down low, you see it everywhere under the sun, you see it in the clouds. And most importantly, as always, make sure you continue and remember to keep your head in the clouds. Thank you.